So my name is Rebecca Gambles, and I'm an animal communicator and Pleiadian lightwork practitioner. And I'm here today to talk about the Dolphin swimming retreat that I'm going to be running in the Bahamas in September. And the focus of this dolphin retreat is the dolphins tell me that they're calling 20 people who are ready to step up in their life, to embrace their highest timeline, to come into their power, the true alignment of who they are and what they're passionate about in the world, and to release any sabotage that's holding you back for that. So originally I felt like this was a 1-week retreat in the Bahamas, but the dolphins actually tell me it's a 2-month transformational journey that's already begun. So the people who are coming may already feel like things are starting to shift for them in their lives. They're feeling like they're on the precipice of a great change. And yeah, this journey is inviting you to say yes to that change and to step into it. So I've invited Rachel here today because she is the last person that's just signed up to the retreat at the moment. So she's number 8 on this retreat. And right before Rachel signed up, I actually communicated to the dolphins and I said to them, I'm sending you out energetically to give a little nudge to anybody that you feel is ready for this expansion and then wants to come on this retreat. So would you like to share your experience of that, Rachel?
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because, I mean, you've been sharing your retreat for quite some time now, and I've always said, oh my gosh, it would be so amazing. And we've traveled before and it's been a great experience, but I kind of was just like, oh, no, I can't do that. And then Rebecca hadn't shared with me that she'd asked the dolphins to come tapping, but I had a dream that the dolphins came to me and they were like, you need to go on this retreat. And I said to them, no, not me. I can't do this. No, go away. Go find someone else, not me. And I shared this experience with Rebecca the next morning. And you'd said, oh, that's so funny because I actually sent them knocking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And yeah, so if anyone else is experiencing the dolphins coming into their dreams or like coming into their awareness, then maybe they're saying it's an invitation for you. Like, are you meant to come on this retreat? Is your soul ready to say yes to this invitation? And the retreat is actually going to be held in Bimini in the Bahamas. And Bimini is thought to be one of the locations of the lost city of Atlantis. So I've actually started scheduling fortnightly events for the people that are coming on the retreat or feeling called to the retreat, and also to the public to help release any resistance that they may have to coming into their power. And the last event that I ran was a past life regression journey to Atlantis, which Rachel attended. And the intention was to go back and see who we were in Atlantis, because one of the snorkeling spots in Bimini is there's limestone blocks underneath the ocean, which are thought to be part of the ancient road of Atlantis. So the actual land of Bimini really holds a very powerful energy of Atlantis. And one of my other participants that signed up, she also channels information, and she's been receiving a lot of information about how we're all being called there to anchor the energy of Atlantis on the planet right now. So I really feel like anyone that is feeling that call as well, that energy is ready to be embodied in them, then it may also be the journey for you. And also the replay for the Atlantis journey is on my website as well at rebeccagambles.com. So if you just feel like you want to have that experience, then you can go and purchase the replay. But is there anything you want to share about your journey to Atlantis with the past life regression, Rachel?
Yeah, well, that was one of the things that really made me feel like I needed to come on this retreat. I went back to a time where I was I kind of felt like I was a half mer-being, half human. And I lived in community with other women. And my role, well, I was chosen as one of around 20 women. Interesting that 20 are going on our retreat. That would hold space and anchor souls into the mother's body who was pregnant. And it's work that I have kind of started doing, but really feel like I have that as my calling, but kind of haven't felt ready to step into. But in this past life, I really saw myself opening the soul portal for the mother and anchoring in her soul that she was meant to carry, and clearing anything that was holding her back from doing that. And when she was ready to give birth, I would help her go into the water and birth with the dolphins. And it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. And as this child was born into the water, what I saw was there was one main dolphin that was there to welcome in this child. And one of the questions you'd asked in the regression was like, what was one of the happiest moments in that life for you? And for me, it was playing with my dolphin. And it was while I was witnessing that through the regression, that I just had such a strong sense that I had to go back and see my dolphin and activate those parts of me that haven't been activated yet in order to step into this line of work that I really feel is my calling. Yeah. And since then, we've done some sabotage work. But it was after the regression that I said, actually, yes, I really want to go on this. And saying yes to myself, just like it was kind of almost like once I finally said yes to myself, it was like blah, 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 like all the dominoes kind of just fell into place.
Yeah. And you found that people have just started contacting you and reaching out to you about this very thing that you feel is your gift, right?
Yeah, and I felt like for once I actually feel like I want to share what I do, and yeah, I haven't felt so much resistance. And yeah, I really feel excited about the retreat. I really feel like I'm going to come back as a different person. And I'm a mum to two young kids, so for me, of course, there was guilt coming up about leaving them. They're 3 and 4 now, so this is the first time I'm going to be away from them for that long. And yeah, there's other things coming up about, me spending money on myself, but I just feel like for once I'm putting myself first because I know that I'm going to come back as a different version of myself that's going to be able to be there more for my kids and for my partner and for the work that I do. And I just feel like, I don't know, I just get this strong sense that this retreat's like the next step in anchoring this energy that's helping to raise the vibration of the earth.
Yeah, and as part of the retreat as well, you also get like a 30-minute session prior to going to clear any sabotage that's coming up around the retreat. And Rachel and I just did a 30-minute session for her to clear any sabotage. Is there anything you want to share about that?
Yeah, I feel like for once we're actually on camera and speaking about this. I feel like it's really shifted something for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a lot about like my fear of being seen. A lot of it coming from my childhood where as being good at something was made fun of and I didn't have any friends for that. I was like really bullied for that. But that was all coming up today to be looked at and for me to acknowledge that it's actually okay and time for me to be seen and to step up. And one of the things that came up was like acknowledging the wisdom and the elder within myself.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was such a powerful session. Like it felt so expansive, yeah, to do that with you. So yeah, amazing. And do you want to share your website or anything for anyone who watches this and is like, oh, I really feel like I need your help with the calling the child in or anything like that? Do you want to share your details?
Sure. My website is rachelzahner.com. That's RACHELZAHNER. And my Facebook page is the same, Rachel Zahner Healing. Yeah. But
Awesome.
yeah, if anybody is interested or has that nudge about coming on Rebecca's retreat, then yeah, follow your intuition and say yes to yourself. That sabotage is going to come up, but yes,
And
that we'll
the
look at.
sabotage will come
Yeah,
up, and
yeah,
the fear of who am I to do this, or who am I to say yes to myself, or even a fear of stepping into your power, or being the most powerful version of yourself, fear of success. But yeah, I invite you to kind of feel past that and actually to feel into the expansion of the retreat. And if the dolphins are coming to you and calling to you, then listen to that. And I'm here to support you on this journey now in the weeks leading up to the retreat to help you clear the resistance, to clear the sabotage so that you can say yes to your best life. So if you are feeling called to the retreat, my website is rebeccagambles.com. You can find all the information on there. You can also find more about me on Facebook under Rebecca Gamble's Animal Communicator. You can hear about the different things animals say to me. And my business name is also Heavenly Connections. I have another Facebook page called Heavenly Connections as well. So you can find out about me on all of those places. Yeah, so feel free to message me, even if you're just thinking about it, but you're not sure. And like I say, it might be that you just want to do the Atlantean past life regression. that in itself was very powerful for people. But yeah, I'm super, super excited to be running this retreat. And I'm so excited that Rachel said yes. I'm so excited that the 8 people that have already said yes. And so there's 12 places left. If you feel like one of those places is for you, then yeah, get in contact. Is there anything else you want to say, Rach?
Yeah, not really. Super
Oh,
excited.
yeah,
Yeah.
super, super excited to take this journey with you. So yeah, thank you so much.